Hi, Crystal. How are you? Welcome to DJ 360 World.
Thank you. Hey, everybody.
How's your day going?
It's going, it's cold outside. But,
Of course. So, let's start from the beginning. Right?
Alright.
Where did you grow up? Like, how was your upbringing?
So, I was born in D.C., but I grew up in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Okay.
So, shout out to Moco. And that's where I grew up.
Montgomery County?
Montgomery County, yes. Moco is Montgomery County.
Okay.
In Maryland.
Alright, so, how was your upbringing? How was it really peaceful? Trouble?
So my dad wasn't in my life growing up. So it was just my sister and my mom, single parent, and she raised both of us. It was good. Like, we had a good life. Like, so explored the world, traveled, been to Rome, and so I've seen like the world,
okay,
but not all of it. Like, there's so much more I want to see. But we had a really lit life, and I used to play basketball. I was pretty good at basketball.
Okay.
And I feel like I was #1 in Montgomery County. I still got it. So if y'all wanna like see me one-on-one, see me one-on-one. And
So do you really ball?
Yeah, I ball. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not like I'm still pretty good. I'm not gonna like size myself, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I still got my shot.
No, I mean, if you're good at something, you're good at it. Like,
yeah.
There's no, if you're good at it, it's you're good at it. It's a talent. It's a talent.
Exactly. So I still love basketball, but it's not something that I wanted to do professionally. So I stopped pretty much in high school, but I used to be like on 3 different teams, AAU, rec, all that. So it was pretty much a big part of my life.
Okay.
And then I was introduced to music at a really early age because my mom forced me to play piano. Okay. In kindergarten. Okay. So I didn't really like it at first, but it's something like I started to love, and that really, I feel like even today that helped me. That just helps, like, when I hear music and hear different sounds, because I was trained in classical music, so it's something like classical music is just so much going on in classical music. So, yes, elements to it.
Yeah, I took some throughout my college education.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about music myself, so I'm a producer. Mm-hmm. So I took some piano classes.
Yeah. So, how did you like that?
It was that was a foundation to me understanding, how to relate to beat, tempo.
Yeah, the tempo. That's
and then
tempo.
The notes, especially the notes.
Yeah.
So it was the foundation of it. You hear the music most of the time, but you don't know the physics behind it.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's so much more.
It's so much more. Yeah. That you hear, and we bounce to tempos without knowing exactly how they're created. Exactly. And the patterns, how they all get put together to make the music we listen to, is a real science behind it. It's not just note bouncing off each other. It's a real science.
It's science
behind.
It is.
And it's the classical music is very, really intense.
Yeah.
It's not a simple piano playing.
It's not.
It's very, very. It's very
lots
intense.
Of chords.
And it requires discipline. It requires discipline.
It does.
So, so growing up, I'm pretty sure if your mom forced you to play piano, she got to have some type of musical background herself.
The funny thing is, she really didn't. No. Like, my mom was a dentist, so she has a science background. But in terms of music, she just loved music. Like, she's from Detroit. And that's where all my family's from Detroit. So, like, that's the original, that's Motown. That's all that. Like, that's the birthplace of a lot of, like, soul.
The legends.
Yeah. Yeah, so she grew up around that era and just loved music at the end of the day. And I think, like, she wanted my sister and I to be really well-rounded. So that's why we were involved with music and sports and, like, dance and all this stuff. We were busy. We were really busy. It's anything you do in life, like, you have to work hard on it. And that's what I learned at a young age. Like, whatever I want to do in life, I would have to work hard. And then, like, my mom, like, she always would say, like, because we did have, like, we had a good life growing up.
Yeah.
She would say like, if you want to live continuously to live how we're living, like you have to work hard. Like if you want to eat steak and lobster every single day, you have to work for it. And like,
for sure.
Because we was eating some lobster. Like, so I'm trying to eat some lobster, you know. Later.
Nothing wrong with that. You know. Yeah. Growing up, right? I'm pretty sure you have some. You know, you got some legend that influenced you to get involved with being an artist. So, who are those people?
Well, this is the thing. Like, I don't have a specific like legend that like put me in this where I am. It's just music in general. I feel like put me where I am because my mom loved music so much. We have hundreds of records, so she would play records and records and records, and so I would love to listen to the old school type of music, even to the like newer like Toni Braxton. Like I love Toni Braxton, Sade, like what else? Toni Braxton, Sade. Those two are like my main ones, big ones.
Okay.
And then when I got into middle school, like I would that was the first time I kind of got into hip hop. And I was on the school bus, and the school bus we played like 95.5 and everything. And I was like, what, hip-hop? So I really got into hip-hop music from there. And I just became in love with it. Music just became my life. Because since my mom was working a lot, raising 2 kids, I felt like I had music to help me with, like, cope for things. It's like, you know, when you're feeling down, turn on a record, you want to, you know, just have a good time, put on a song, or you know. So like music was just I always had music playing.
Okay.
For everything.
All right. So once you fell in love with the music and start writing music, and where did you get the inspiration from? Like, or where do you get the inspiration from usually?
When I write music.
Yes.
I feel like music, honestly. Sometimes like words or pieces just come to me like randomly. I just start singing a song or thinking of lyrics, and I'm just like, oh, I need a beat for this. So some of my pieces are like the words are like pre-written before the beats. Or sometimes with the beat, I hear a beat and I just start writing. Or whatever I feel from the beat, it just comes organically. Yeah, most of the time I'm not really like inspired by events. It's just like it's something I just feel inside me. I just have to bring out.
Okay, did that come from you being, like I said, always disciplined? You know, coming from the discipline you have,
I think,
and the ears to the music.
The ear, yeah, because I feel like composers when they write the big pieces, like where are they getting that from? You're writing like big classical music. And it's like, where is that coming from? You know, it's just that's something how I feel too. It just comes out of like nowhere. Yeah. So
let's talk about the recording process. So after finishing writing the music, right? How is the recording process for you? Do you listen to the beat and then write on it, or you always write, have your note ready, and go to the studio, listen to a beat, you know, get the vibe, and go on?
So most of the time, like, so my boyfriend, he's a producer, so he would start creating a beat, and I hear the beat, and then I start writing to the beat, and then like from there I record. So it's really genuine. So
it's more of like the vibe.
The
when
vibe,
it comes
catch
to...
a vibe. It's funny, I used to like, a long time ago, I used to write, well, not really write, I used to just think of everything in my head, and that kind of got too much for me. But I used to drive a lot, and when I'm driving, I would play a song that I have a beat for, and I would start like making up words to that. So driving used to be like the way I make music. Like what song I got, I made that like driving.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You're right. Like, we spend a lot of time in our cars.
Yeah, exactly.
Without knowing, spend a lot of time.
Right.
I commute to work every day for 2 hours. That's 10 hours a week.
That's crazy.
So that's 10 hours I could put to practice.
Exactly.
By practicing if I'm a rapper or a singer.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah. So like driving, and I was just like, what else I'm gonna be doing? Might as well spend time working on my music while I'm driving at the same time. So that was it. I still like try to do that sometimes. I'll put on a beat and start making up stuff. So
cool. So let's talk about the origin of your music a little bit.
Yes. So the way I got into music was having to cope with my mother's death.
Yeah.
And like I always was writing poetry in my spare time and wanted to really get into music, but I never really had the opportunity. When my mom passed away, I felt like music became like therapy. That's when I first started recording. I went into a studio and recorded my first song. It was really, really bad.
Okay.
Very bad. But music helped me.
By the way, sorry for your loss. And RIP to your mom. You know, death is not something that I think we should experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, having to bury our parents, I don't think it's something, you know, people don't understand the pain.
Right, exactly.
You know, but I've seen people doing it around me, so I can relate to that. So
so
you know, just keep your head up.
Yeah, but so, with that music, like I don't know.
So the pain kind of get translated into the pen, and you know, I listen to the songs. You could feel, you know, sometimes I realize not just like somebody writing the music, is so much depth into it. You know, that's the reason why when I saw you right away, I say, you know, I just don't understand why, you know, people are not paying attention to you right now. It's not just like somebody's just wandering around. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot into the music. Okay, so the passion of your mother kind of encourage you to, you know, focus on the music.
Yeah, focus on the music. And I just started going to studios and like trying to like really figure out my voice and find out who I am as a person. And that was like in 2009.
Did you get any vocal coach after that? Because I know you have a background in playing instruments. So did you have to? You didn't have any vocal coach on top of that?
I don't have any vocal coaching or vocal training. So that's people, I guess natural. When people ask me like, "Oh, when did you figure out you could sing?" And I'm like, I can't sing. I'm not like Mariah Carey or anything. I just like singing. So I like making singing songs and rapping songs. I like music all around. So.